Good morning to my favorite readers on the entire internet. Today, I'm going to be doing a book haul video of all the books I've gotten this month. Okay, so the very first books that I've got this month was both of these classics by Kazuo Ishiguro, Never Let Me Go and The Remains of the Day. I first heard about Never Let Me Go after falling in love with the movie of the same name a couple of years ago back when I watched it, and I've been meaning to go back and read through this novel ever since. I know for a fact Never Let Me Go is a tragic, sad love story about clones who are born to be killed for their organs. Around their early 20s, it follows the characters of like Kathy, who's trying to figure out her place in the world and figuring out what makes them so special to shape the rest of her life with her two best friends, and it's pretty damn sad. I remember watching the movie and literally holding back tears. As for The Remains of the Day, I know very little about it except for the fact that my English professor mentioned it in class one day, and from that moment I knew I had to go get it. After reading through this back cover right here, I came to the conclusion that it has something to do with a butler who is recalling his life as a housekeeper with his housekeeper Miss Kenton. That may sound a little mundane or boring, but I've only heard good things about this book and I know it was a must-have. There's actually a film too that I haven't gotten around to watching. Next up, I have the novel Reading Like a Writer by Francine Prose, which is about learning how to read like a writer should read. And I actually read through about a good majority of this novel, and it actually is really good and helpful. There's sections of this where it'll literally change the way you would want to read a book by giving you so much hindsight, and different things to look for in differing writing styles. It also does help when it comes to actually writing as well, because it gives you so many different tools to shape your narrative story as well as your characters in all kinds of different ways that you probably wouldn't have even thought of. And next up are these three books that I'm doing in partnership with Film 14, which is a book trailer company out in Los Angeles. The first of these novels is The Sweet Adventures of Henry P. Twist, which is a middle grade novella about an elderly pastry chef who rediscovers his youth in a land of fairy myth and magic. It sounds really cool, and it is written by a retired chef who has written a couple of other cookbooks, which is really cool. I'll be reviewing this novel in the book trailer at a later date. Oh, also did I mention it's signed. Next is a novel called Riven by Jane Alfred Harris. It won a Moonbeam Children's Book Award, which is pretty cool. I actually know nothing about this novel. I'm just going to read the back real quick. It's sad. And it seems to be about a 17-year-old girl named Emily whose dad is in prison for security fraud, and her mom strung out in pain meds, leaving Emily to look after her young brothers. And the stress and insomnia after her father is about to be released from prison causes her to self-medicate. Then she starts to see these fairy tale characters that she created when she was little. Okay, this book is a little trippy. It sounds so sad but trippy at the same time. But it sounds really cool though. I'll definitely be reviewing this one at a later date. Oh, guess what? This one's also signed, not that page. Boom. Last but not least is The Atlantis Gene by A.G. Riddle. That's funny because half his name was a riddle. This one looks pretty damn cool. It's about a research vessel that discovers a structure inside of an iceberg. It looks thousands of years old, and it seems like some group called the Inmari have been preparing for the return of humanity's ancient enemy, and the only way to save mankind is to sacrifice the 99% of the population. Damn, that's pretty much everyone. And this one actually isn't signed. That's all the books that I have for this haul. I hope maybe the next haul in April that I have a lot more books. That's just keeping my hopes up. Yeah, so I'll be reviewing all of these books at some time in the near future. If you would like to buy any of these books, I'll have a link in the description to their Amazon purchase, to the Amazon pages. You can subscribe down below to stay updated with all of my reviews, talks, and discussions. Thanks for watching. Keep your heads up high and expectations great. There have been instances all the time in the publishing industry where publishers will overbear into the literary work itself and change the artwork to help increase sale. Publishing houses are coming up with this fabrication that readers just won't buy diversity.